Good morning, folks. Welcome back. All right, it does help turn my microphone towards me. So I think today we're going to dive back into more of an urban environment, but not so much a city street as like a park. Let's go ahead and see what we get with this. I'll delete the cube and bring in a person. Okay. And I think we're going to be using platform generator a lot for this. But I'm going to go ahead and kind of lay out some basic forms first that I want. So let's do mesh, cube, or plane. And I think 2 meters, a reasonably good size for what we're trying to do. Okay. So I'm also going to mirror it right now. Now let's come in and go and 7, E2, E2, and just do a couple more. Okay. Cool. And a couple more even. Because then I want to take E2, no, Y2. Okay, and break that. Actually, you know, I don't think I am going to do it that way. I'm going to go EY2. Okay. Then I'm going to take this 2, 4, 6, 8, E8. Okay. And then GZ6. That's pretty steep. Let's go 4. Maybe even 3. 3 feels pretty good. Okay. And then let's do EY2. Cool. Fill. AM distance. Okay. So it all should be 1 again. Something like that. Cool. Now, again, let's try this. E2. Cool. So we got our double levels up like that. That looks all right. Then I'm going to go, I guess, 3 more. I need to cut this too. Keep it. There we go. So, and then E8. And then GZ3. So what we're doing is just creating our platform layer, as it were. And that looks good to me. Oh, cool. Awesome. Thanks, Unquiet. I appreciate it. And then, again, E2. Yeah, okay, it is flat. Good. Going that far. Now we're just going to take this whole loop here and Shift D. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to take this whole loop here. We're going to leave that top one off. And Shift D. GZ. And we're going to go grab it, L, and 3D cursor, SC0. And brings it all in line to that. And then AM distance. Yeah, remove 1. Good. We can grab this to there. 2 more. Or 1 more. 2 more. Yep. And EY 2. And here EZ1. And here EZ1, like that. Is that going to work for us? Let's see. It should. I'm not actually sure about this wall here. I might redo this differently, but let's see what it looks like. I think now is the time to go grab, let's save first, but go grab platform generator. Where am I? I've done too much work. Lost all my recent, come on. There we are, live stream. Up, new, 250507 live stream park. We're going to use a different platform this time. We're actually going to use one that I modified for a different project a while back. And it has walls, so it's a little bit on the other side, different side. Control C, copy the objects into collection and paste. And G, just move everything the heck out of the way. And here to here, link, copy modifiers. Oh, I lost my mirroring. Right. Let's see, this might be interesting. Apply. Now copy modifiers. Looks like it's not working exact yet, but we'll get there. Okay. First off, I wonder. I'm going to remove the railings, I think. Let's just try it. Okay, so it's not that. But we're definitely... Oh, well, maybe we should give it a ground, too. Just to see. I hate calling it the thing. New collection, ground. Let's go back to medium point 2. Well, that doesn't seem to be doing anything. This object, well, let's look and see what we're getting now. See if we can't fix it. Okay, the first thing we're going to do base is ground, yes. No base under stairs. Getting some weird things there. Let's see. I wonder if it's better to divide this out. P section. So that works. But then we don't get, it's not giving us a floor though. Well, let's try P section. Okay, so that's getting us our stairs right. Kinda. So our angle, we're getting ramps and not stairs. So let's look and see what's up with that. I think that's at the top, right? Stair angle 15, right? Or no? Those should be stairs and not. Yeah. Minimum angle to spawn stairs. 15. Okay. That fixes that. Okay. But where are walls? Over here. There's not a wall profile. Let's see. It's been a while since I've done this. Base type pillar and walls. Yeah. Pillar and walls. Okay. Walls. Pillars. Is this in ground? Ground 01. Do I have another ground? Do. Let's just get rid of that. There we go. Okay. Now we're working with it. I want walls under stairs, though. So let's look at this one. We do want a base under stairs. Yes. And it's not right yet, but we're getting there. Cool. Can we join them back together and have it work? I really would like it to be one. No, we cannot. Okay, not yet anyway. So let's look at this sucker here. I'm going to set our base to here. Is that object space, right? Yeah, that's there. It is there. Okay. But we're getting some weird things happening here. What's going on? Why are we getting that? What if we join these two together? No. Okay. What happens? Why is our wall not? Let's see if we take this down. No. Weird. So it's certainly working on the top level. We're getting a decent wall, that's right. Not working on the mid-level. Let's see. Face orientation. It's backwards, I think. No, it's up. That's right. But it got reversed there. Let's see what happens if we make it inside. Does it change anything? No, not really. Okay. Fun. Scatter on platform. Just gonna give it trash. And scatter on perimeter. Concrete scatter. And scatter on perimeter. Benches. Just get rid of all those, just so I can see what the heck I'm getting out of this thing. I mean, like, these are about as simple a platform as we can get, right? Turn it off. Shift N, make it back to normal. Let's just see. P section. That gets it flat, but doesn't have a top. P section. So flap doesn't have a top. It does fix the sides though. So it's doing something weird with this. We don't have any extra vertices though. I don't think. Doesn't look like it. We're just going to work it out and figure what's going on though. Debugging. Always good. Let's start with just this one so we can figure it out. Okay. Where's our top? First off, let's see if making it thicker works. Just curious. No. Okay. Planks. Does help to not have no planks. That might do it. Or we want no planks. We want a top though instead. So that makes it wood, right? We don't want it wood. Because we're getting tops on this one. Let's see. What does this object look like? Has no base under stairs on this one. I guess those might be going to the ground, aren't they? Interesting. So what's causing that? Planks, no planks. Right, okay. No planks. And then we have a hole. What am I missing here? In the meantime, I'm annoyed, but that's fine. I feel like I am missing something. Tessellate platform. There's no tessellate platform here. No. But we do get a roof. Fun. I know this is exciting to watch. Well, no, because it's working over here. Since it's the same Blender. So that's, this file has got, like if I come here and edit this one, let's just see. And 3. And E, and just remove those faces. It has floors. So clearly, something on this one didn't get copied over to the other one that should have, I think. Or it's just doing something weird, but let's check and see. I wonder, over here, this one. It shouldn't be balcony though, because then I wouldn't see it. But what's our material? Balcony. Let's just see what that does. Yeah, then it just makes it so it's a floating hole. Default. What's this one all set to? Mostly default. These are all default. And like this one has a roof, has a floor. It's just this other one that does not. And that's just strange. Let's see if we take this one and join them together. And that works. Oh, something happened. Okay, there we go. And join them together. I'm just gonna see if I can't cheat it. When all else fails, cheat, man. No, that doesn't work. If we take this one, and we come down to it, let's remove the stuff that's sitting on top. Scatter and parameter. Parameter gone. Gone. Almost nothing. Okay. Cool. Scatter on platform. I could just leave trash, I suppose. I don't hate that. What happens if we just take this thing and mirror it? Well, I mean, that's dumb, but it worked. It is dumb, but it did work. Let's see. And this P section, separate, and then take this and join it to this. Yes. Okay. So we're getting there. I don't know what's up with that, though. It's kind of annoying, but, you know, whatever. We're getting there. So, and copy modifiers. Okay. So now the only problem we've got is we've got these two little holes here, which kind of suck. And our stairs are too wide. I think we can fix that. So let's come back here. So the stairs, can we join them in now? No. Can we join them to here now? No. Okay, so stairs objects, for whatever reason, don't want to do their own thing. Well, that's fine. Walls, stair steps. Let's see. I need to come in close so I can see what the heck I'm doing. Not that close. Is it width? 0? No. There we go. Now they're in. Cool. I mean, I can just hide that part if I have to. I'm not worried about it. Lift steps of 0. Do I like them going all the way up like that? Yeah, I think we do. Sure. They're all kind of grody, but we're kind of doing this as if it's a bit beat up anyway, so that's fine. Scale to fit height? Yeah, sure. I don't think we have any procedural steps now. Not doing anything with that. Well, cool. Okay. I mean, it's not exactly what I wanted, and I'm not sure why we're not going all the way down to the ground. We kind of should be. But we're just going to raise our ground and not worry about it. Alrighty. I don't know why, but, you know, it's working now. Kinda. Let's just get rid of this one. Just a little weirdness on our stairs. Just curious as to why that is, why we're not getting a full down thing. Where's our base on this? Terrain collection ground. This might be it. Ground 1. Sure. No, it didn't make any difference. Is it in ground 1? Yeah. And this one, terrain collection, ground 1. There we go. That fixed that some more. Let's see what happens if we just lower ground just to... Yes, that does fix that. Okay. We still get that weird... It's just the angling and the way it's doing it. But we can bring it down to here, maybe. And then... Does this have a wall? It should have a wall. Why is it not? Walls. Pillar and walls. Let's see if this one is just walls. That makes it flat. That might be better. And this one. Where is it? Where was it? It's in base. Walls. There we go. That's better. We lost our ground one, didn't we? Walls. Okay. So that's working. We're getting there. And base. Terrain collection of ground 1. I bet you this makes it work. Yes. Those pillars that were messing us up. I bet you we can join together now. Let's see. Nope. Well, we're leaving it separate then. I did kind of like it raised up like that. I kind of wanted it to have a little bit of a lip for some reason. And maybe one more set of stairs. So let's try that and see if we can get one more set of stairs in on this thing. Or a ramp. EY. Ramp could be good. And we want... We're losing our walls underneath the stairs, though. Let's see. There we go. Still got some weird distortioning. Just gonna separate again. I don't understand why. It might be just that there are some problems with the newer version of Blender that it got weird. That's fine. I don't think Platform Generator has been updated since then, so I think that might be some of our problem. But let's come back here now and tab. That. Easy one. Let's try it. Okay, so we do have railings. Good. We're getting there. I keep saying that, but you know, we are. Okay. Beat up railings. Looks good. That's what we wanted. That's what we wanted to see. Okay, so we are getting somewhere. And the same here. Okay. And then that was mixed. Walls. There we go. Maybe we can remove the, what you call it, mirroring on it. Yes, we can. All right, cool. And this, and let's see if we can join those together. No. So that one's still saying separate for some reason, but whatever. C8, let's take a look. And our materials are a little wonky there. Not staying the same size. You know what? We might just realize this sucker. Realize instances. And apply all. Screw it. Hide it. Realize instances. Apply all. Realize instances. Apply all. We're going to make you work, you thing. No. Cool. And realize instances. And apply all. Now. Fuck you, you stupid thing. Which one's mirrored? I'm going to get rid of that mirror. Join them all together. Great. Hide face orientation. Tab. Going to grab all of this material. Select. That's not material too? Weird. That's OTP concrete. Select. Well, maybe we'll make that separate, actually. Let's undo that. Okay. U, Smart UV Project, unwrap. Okay, cool. And then tab. Let's select OTP concrete, which is, I think, our floors, right? Yeah. U, Smart UV Project, unwrap. That's a little too big, but that's kind of what we want to do. AS10. Let's see how that looks. Better. That seems pretty good. Cool. For right now, we're going to call that as working. We have fought our way through. What is that line? Why is there a... I don't know, but I don't need it, right? No, I guess I do need it. It wants it for something else. Weird. Okay, well, it's fine. It's not visually going to show up. I think it's just because it's highlighted. Control L. Is it part of that? What's it joining things to? I'm curious now. There we go. Better. Okay. Let's bring back our ground. Keep working on this sucker now. Okay. Ground. We don't need it to be this big. For one thing, it's not touching that, so Certainly doesn't need to be any further than here. We're not going to be able to look past. It's just going to be like a film set, so we just got to keep track of that. That is fine. Okay, so we might as well narrow it down. The whole thing, just to be closer in. Something like that. Rotation scale. W, subdivide it. Cuts 25. Sure. And even a bit more than, well, 25 should be fine. Control. Okay, those are going to go into detail. Tab. Cool. Let's give it some geometry. Terrain, trainer base. That's a little bit much, I think. Go strength of 2. Yeah, that's better. Maybe let's put a path. So this is going to like go out to the lawn. And add that too. That. All right. Yeah. Show enough. I can dig on that. Morning, Patrick. Good to see you, sir. Kind of like that. Okay. Let's save again. I think we're going to just apply this. And I think we're going to smooth down this border here just a little bit in sculpt mode. Not quite so obvious. Okay. Yes. That looks good. Take a look. And let's, yeah, go over to camera. Photographer. Exposure of like 7.5. Very bright. Much C. Okay. Now, let's edit this sucker again. And select detail, all of that. Cool. And then minus, 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 minus. And assign a new terrain to it. And it's going to be our dirt, I think. And first, let's create a new group, actually. Plus, assign path. Could actually just go with concrete, I suppose, but I think I'm going to have it kind of... We might even do that. Let's go with dirt. Let's call it dirt. Path it is. And assign tab. Kind of trying to decide how I want to handle it, but I think I got it now. Blender shaders, me, dirt, neograss. Cool. Let's get this out the way. Come on. There we go. Now, edit it again. And not even, maybe. Shift A, mesh. Let's Shift hide. There we go. Now Shift A, mesh, plane. Oh, undo. All right, fine. Mesh, plane. Scale it up to, how do we want to do this? There, cool. GY, cool. And just a little bit. Good deal. Down. Looking good. Q. Going to give it a solidify. You know, just to make sure that it touches shit. Save. And we're going to give it the same concrete as this one, OTP concrete. I think. Let's see how it looks. Updating images. Well, that's not good. Rotation scale. Cube project. Cool. Okay, there we go. There's our path. Now, let's see what we get. I'm going to try something. I'm going to try doing a geoscatter on our ground and biome scatter, open biomes. We want some like rough looking grass. Grass biome. Just unmowed, unlooked after grass, basically. But like park gone to seed kind of vibe is what we're looking for. So let's say grass 10. Yes, I know. Get that out of the way. Let's go to this and move new collection structures. And then grass 10, the system, we want upward obstruction of structures. And a vertex group of, I think we want details. It's going to go beyond the path. Let's turn it on. That goes to like there. Yeah. So that's going to be our grassy area along the side of our path. I know it's not exactly even, but I think it's okay. Morning, Michael. Good to see you, man. Then let's turn it off again and do another one for a deciduous kind of vibe. We need a parky vibe. I don't know if I've ever used these. I don't tend to do a lot of parks. Let's try this one. Let's turn off geoscatter first, though. Okay. And we also need to have a vertex group of path. So it'll go into the grass, but it'll stay off the path. Now let's see what that looks like. Let's turn all those off. Turn back on geoscatter. And we got trees. Yes, and there should be some on the grass. Let's see. Near, yeah. Let's turn back on our grass too, just so we can see what the heck we got. Okay. Do we want the grass to just go everywhere? Maybe we do. I think we probably do. Let's change that. Grass, instead of it being in the detail, let's have it be not the path. Well, or just not. Just none. Just not upward obstructing on our building. So it should go. It's going to take us a lot longer now, but let's just see it. Yes. Grass kind of everywhere. We're going to have more grass too in there, so it will be quite thick. Although maybe we don't even need more grass. I'm kind of good with that grass. So let's just get rid of these. Nuke this out. Or at least maybe let's look at it first and see which we prefer, but come on. Okay. We could do that because maybe we do want it. Let's see what this grass looks like. Turn off trees. Save. Turn on grass. It's very low. Actually, kind of like it. I'll just do that grass, although it does seem a bit. Let them both go. I mean, if you can afford it, adding more is usually better, but let's see. Yeah, actually, that looks cool with both of them. So let's just go with both of them. Shrubs. I don't see any shrubs. Turn off geoscatter. I like green. I like green too. Okay. Shrubs. Are there any shrubs? Show me the shrubbery. Bring me a shrubbery. Oh, turn off that grass too. No, there are shrubs. Okay. They're just tiny. But that looks okay. I like it. Trees. Shrubs. Nice. All right. This seam is a pain in my ass, but I think we're mostly covering up with grass, so it'll be fine. There are ways to deal with it, but we would have to basically weight paint and then go modify both materials and make them one material and then blend, and it's a pain. So hopefully we're just going to let it cover and be lazy. Yeah, we are no longer the knights that say knee. Very true. All right. Now I'm liking that. I think that's looking good. Let me turn off shrubs now. I think we want some buildings in the background. Maybe our spaceshipy thing too. Maybe let's just open up another one to steal some rather than doing it again. Do I have one? Yeah. File. Open. Let's see. Was it this one? It was the last one we... No. Ruin. That was what it was. It was called Ruin. Yes. I chop down trees. I eat my lunch. I go to the lavatory. Yes. Anyone under the age of like 35 is going, what the fuck are they talking about? But that's fine. Come on, load. There we go. By geoscatter. Okay, well, let's grab our spaceship first. And make sure we're not in collection. Yeah. In scene collection, paste. Okay. We could maybe move it further back. We'll see. I'll grab those two. Paste. Nice. Yeah, we need to move back further. That's working for me. We need to move that out furthermore. We might adjust it later, but I think that's a good set of buildings for that. Save. Okay. Now let's, I don't think we need anything else from in here. No, we're good. Am I cheating? What do you mean? I don't know. Okay. Certainly cheating. All right. We'll come back to biomes later, I think, but let's do other stuff right now. I want some big, medium, small, cyberpunk, street assets. I often wonder if I'm cheating, to be honest. But, you know, I've kind of gotten over it a little bit. Street light. Let's put it up here. Oh, right. Oh, that. Yeah. Yeah. Spoken like somebody who's never really photo bashed in Photoshop, because then you would not be caring. Like, I think I want to. Oh, I want a wall there. And I can't do it in what you call it, platformer, because I've already applied it all. But we can kind of just do that here. Let's do this real quick. Shift A, mesh, cube. It's going to come in and do it this way. 3. And I want to bring a person up, actually, so I can get this right. This is like our narrow ass sidewalk. But yeah, that's a little small. Thinking it was. I think our wall's gonna be about that big. And I think we're gonna array it because that just seems fun. So now we got the height right. Let's bring it over to here. Hey, Yix. Cool. Good deal. So that's where it's gonna. Well, yeah, right till right there. And tab 3 E scale. No. SY. Yes. E. So yes. All right. And then bevel. Just actually, let's grab all 4 of those. And bevel. A bit more. Not that much. That much. Cool. Q array. We're just going to make a bunch of them. I have no idea if that's enough. We'll see in a minute. Not quite. Too many. Whee! Wall. That seems just about perfect. Cool. And we're going to make it also concrete. Let's see. How's that look? Good. Looks good. I quite like it. Okay, so we got our wall there. Now we can come back to doing the other stuff. Obviously, we're never really going to look at the sidewalk, so it could be wider or narrower. Probably should be a little wider, but let's do that. And right to here. And I think this is a group, isn't it? Yes, we can't array it. So we're going to have to just do it manually. Alt-D, X, let's say, minus 20. That'll work. And again, and again. Yeah, we need to do one more. It's going to take us off the edge, though. Nah, so we don't need to bother. There we go. Okay, we have our lights now copied. Add some more stuff if we wanted to. This might be just a bit, it might be overkill, but let's see if we can see it. I don't even know if we will. But we can if we want to. Yeah. And again, we can't go off the frame, but I feel like that's acceptable. Might actually help us keep from going off frame a little bit. Cool. So we got a subway entrance there. And we could mirror it, because sometimes that happens. At least in New York it does. No. Alt-D, RZ180, GX. So it goes to there too. So you can come up out of the park, go a little further, I think, on both of them, to there. And There. Yeah, again, so you can come up out of the park and go to the subway immediately. Cool. These can come even a little higher. Doesn't mean they necessarily should, but they can, so we'll do it. All right. Other fun things. We need to put some more techie stuff here. I'll move this further out that way. Which probably means we need another building behind it. But let's do that. So we feel like we're in a city. Yeah. Yeah, it's working. Let's actually set a camera now, just to sort of see what we're looking at. We're going to need to be a lot bigger than 100. That's 500 meters. That should be enough, yeah. Take it to 1,000 and then we'll worry about it. There's nothing back that's going to slow us down, so there's no reason not to. Lens, anamorphic. Did I get it? Yeah, I did. Okay. But 35. And resolution of low widescreen, which means we'll have to adjust our park area. But that's looking cool. How can I help you? I'm going to ban you if you stop, unless you stop doing that. That's looking okay. All right. Save. Okay. Now, let's put a bit more fun things. Let me bring the street bridge in. Because it's fun looking. To like there. Sure. Technically, it probably should be in another street, but whatever. And muted. Okay, our spaceship needs to be moved over. To like there? Sure. And we'll move this over as well. Okay. Save. All right. So we need some benches for sure. Where do I want to get them from? I think we want them from file, open, assets. Oh, actually, maybe Soviet. Is there a bench in Soviet? That would be appropriate. Soviet native, Soviet bloc. Let's see what we got there. A kit bash kit that I have not brought into the asset browser yet. But shockingly, maybe Soviet assets would be a good place to look for park benches for, Russia. I keep looking in the meantime. Okay, let's bring this over to, like, yeah, there. It's just funky looking. I like it. It's a little far into that tree. Maybe bring it to here. Not that we have to see everything in this one shot, but, Yeah, we'll move it over. I don't want it right underneath that. So maybe we don't see it in this shot, but we'll see another one. Okay. Did Soviet come up? Yes, it did. Excellent. Let's see what we got over here. Platforms. I don't see any benches, though. Brutalism has benches. Doesn't look like this one does. These look like they're mostly housing type things. I mean, they're super cool, but brutalism it is. I have both. What's in 2025? That's oh no, that's right. Okay, brutalist, native. This one doesn't have. For whatever reason, when I re-download this one doesn't have the mods, like the props. It just had the buildings. Let's file, new, general. The FBX does. This is an old kit, but FBX. Let's try it again. There we go. Yeah, see, it's got all these parts that they didn't bring in the later version. I don't know why. Including like these, like, kind of stuff like this. I thought there were some benches. Let's see. Is that over here too? Did I miss it? Yeah, I guess I did. There it is. Copy object. Okay, over to our thing. And turn off geoscatter again. And zoom collection. Where are you? Bench. Alt-G. Oh, come on. Clear parent. Whew, it's big. Okay, yeah, we don't like that. S.01. Okay. Does that fit with our person? Let's see. Seems like it. Let's see. It's close. Maybe make it a bit bigger. Okay, so that's gonna be like, that's bench sized. Sure. RZ90. Yeah, we'll go right down the center. Come on. Oh. Constant offset of minus 20? No. 0 minus 20. That seems good. Get 3 at least. Alrighty. Okay, so we need to get our materials on that. Import, or just set it. Let's see what it is. Conc form, no holes. Just do it that way. Conc form, no holes. That should be good. Yeah, there we go. I'm not liking this here. Let's try another one. Concrete floor tiles. Let's see if it's, how does it feel about that? I think it's a little too big, but maybe that's a better one for us. Let's change it to UV. It would be a stylistic choice, wouldn't it? I could do that. That gives us like, yeah, that looks cool. But I think we want to have some grime too. Yeah, I'm liking that. Okay. Pen the materials. Add a new one. We'll give it what? R flow. Cloth, sure. And there's our original. all the rest of that goes to I'm not sure we're going to worry about the normal. I always wonder though. Color into, where does it go? Why I forget this every time too. It goes into, which ones? Okay, those ones. Goes into here and here. And then it comes out of here. Let's just see. How's that going to be for us? Because it goes dirt. Some. Not as much as I'd like, though. Distance of 3. That changed it, right? And not just crack. Let's see. Yeah, it did. Okay. We'll allow it to go like that. Yeah, it's fine. And we may even add just a bit more. Yeah, that gets it all grungy. There we go. I don't know if we need to worry about this stuff. Nah, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to leave that off. Delete those. Cool. And yeah, that'd be fine. I'm going to do the same on this one. Let's just add it. Just the other one, though. I still like my way of doing this better than his. I think having it as a an add shader instead of changing the existing shader just makes it better. Because you can do that and get it all messed up looking. Okay. I'm good with that. How are we feeling? Pretty good. I think we do want some trash, some more trash on our thing. We have our trash folder. I think we do. Trash. Yes, we do. So we should be able to select this object. Geoscatter. Let's just drop to grayscale first. Geoscatter, plane, select our new object. Yep. Trash, select objects. I'm just going to make them all as one this time instead of separating it out. Scatter. It's probably way too much. And turn on geoscatter. It's not too bad. Did I put on the same one? I did. I mean, actually, it's not a bad thing to have in there too, but I want it on this object. Okay, so let's do both. So if we're going to do that, let's just move this one. Group selected into grass. Okay, there. So now it's off. Now let's select the actual real plane we want. You stupid. Plane 2, thank you. And scatter objects. Oh, select them again. Trash. Select objects. Scatter the objects. Great. And I actually don't mind that. I'm going to duplicate it. I'll just scatter it again, actually. Probably easier. Cool. This one, we're going to change our distribution. We're going to increase our density just slightly. Let's go to instance of like 1. Cool. And proximity, we're going to move these. New collection, benches. And the bench is 1. Yeah, probably. Let's see. Yeah, bench is 1. And let's turn off the other one just so we can see, make sure we're getting it. Yes. And reverse our repel. And I think we need to increase our density some more. Oh, this is the last faction on Earth. So we are either nearing the end of this project or they're going to have to start interacting with each other. And I haven't entirely decided which yet. Or I could go back and do more on some of the other ones. In retrospect, looking back at it, I wouldn't mind doing some more on the very first one. I feel like there's probably more to be done. But this is the last one. Okay, now that looks good. We got some trash now, kind of more focusing in and around the benches, which I like. These still have some on them. That's fine. All right. Take a look. Yeah. Cool. Nice. I think I do need a couple more buildings. By geoscatter. City builder. Let's see, not industrial. Soviet or metro? Let's do Soviet large 3. Maybe a metro 1 or 2 as well, but these are downloaded assets. These are from a add-on called City Builder from, I guess now they call it Superhive. This stuff we modeled ourselves, so it's a Bix. Let's line it up. You can actually see the top of a building. That's nice. Yeah, often I'll modify them if I download something, usually I try to make some changes, although I may not be on these ones just because I'm trying to get something just sort of finalized here. But oops. I'm just looking for something. Oh, metro again. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, I like that. And let's put something on the behind the space station or the spaceship too. Let's grab this one again. Cool. Just so it sort of places it in our space. That's all right. It's not actually tangenting. It's going over it, right? Yeah. Cool. That's looking all right. Kind of want to put something else kind of just sci-fi in our foreground too. Could always go with a robot again. I like our robots. Maybe we will. Let's grab that. Some ruin again too, so we can just use ruin. I also reuse a lot of my own assets, so it's sort of like, I don't know, it's a library. Geoscatter gone. Where's our robot dude? I know he's in here somewhere. There he is. Right? Yeah. Paste him here. Yeah, non-collection. New collection. I'm just going to call it people, just in case I want to put more there. Object, set origin to 3D cursor. I think even a little bit closer to the camera. I don't want to rotate quite that far. That's feeling all right. And then something of mine. Got me all self-conscious now. No. What do we want to put in here? Basically my version of Ian Hubert's high-tech Greeble. It's like I use this in everything. It's the paste picante sauce of objects for me. What? Not 18, no. RY 180, there. Yeah, right, okay, it was just angled weird. Off to the side here, but not that far. Maybe off to the side here, other side. Oh, we're too close. Cool. Yeah, no trees there. That's fun. Save. And anything else we want to use? I think 3 scanned. It's kind of fun. Let's bring this in. Okay, something like that. Let's see. Okay, yes. We like that there. All this is coming together nicely. Sky time. HDR. Thinking nighttime or near nighttime today. I'm not sure which night we want to use. Let's see what's in 46. Yeah. Let's do 1235. Let's get rid of the floor because the floor gets really hard to see after a while. Okay. Photographer, increase our exposure. Darker. That's cool. Even a bit brighter than that. We could, ooh, I know what we need to do. We can grab this bad boy. Alt-D. I use AccuRig. It's, but I don't know. Do you find the Mixamo rig looks generic or the Mixamo poses look generic? Like those are vastly different things. The rig is pretty much almost video game standard, but it's the poses I think you're probably having issues with. There. So that would make it, what, 20, I think it was? Yes. Okay. That should help us a lot. But I tend to use AccuRig to rig characters instead of Mixamo just because it allows for higher poly characters. And I typically apply Mixamo poses just because they're pretty good to use for this sort of thing. Again, I mean, they're mocapped. They're not like they're as generic as humans are. That looks okay. That is better. Exposure of 6. Let me take it down a little bit. Yeah. Get the light on. Cool. And we can do some cheesy fog. Everyone likes cheesy fog. Ground fog. Let's just go with Godway fog. Fudge it up. Up to there. Out. Yeah, we'll just go bigger in general because we have to go higher anyway. That's good. 1. That is very true. If it were easy, everyone would be doing it. Let's see if that's enough. Control A, rotation scale. I am certainly not an animator. I don't even really like characters that much. I do them sometimes. And sometimes I get excited about them, but I'm way more of an environment guy. Scatter. Volume. Layout. Density, let's cut it down from 1 to like 0.1. Well, yeah, that's it. It's also a good starting point. Like I'll go into Mixamo, use a pose, and then I mean I move an arm if I need to or whatever. Like that's the easiest thing. But people, yeah. The biggest thing is like, what's the best way to rig somebody so you can then move those arms? And I don't really, I used to use Mixamo's rigger, but again, it only allows for up to roughly about 110, 120,000 polys, whereas AccuRig allows for 600,000. And AccuRig also allows you to turn the character around as you're putting the bones on. So it handles things like digitigrade legs and that kind of stuff a lot better. That's a lot foggier. Like that. It's looking kind of cool. Let's bring our robot back in. He's getting lost. Which way we want him facing? Let's turn him a bit more. I mean, no one's getting any jobs. That's the honest truth. Anyone who tells you otherwise is basically lying at this point. So do whatever. This is the only kind of art that gets work in TV and film, basically. This is what they ask you to do. This is the job. So I don't do video games, so I can't say. But like, I mean, I have friends that worked at Bungie as concept artists that have been out of work for a year and a half now. I mean, no one's getting any fucking work. So that's the answer. Make what you find fun. It's way more about contact. Like, the only people getting work right now, you have to be good, but beyond that, you have to know people. That's my kind of cynical, but I think fairly accurate opinion. So, I wish I had a better answer than that because it depresses me, but I think it's true. Okay, cool. I'm going to maybe just rotate us off just a little more. Yeah. Which means I might need another building or two, and then we'll call it. I'm just going to... Yeah. Yeah, I was talking more about video games in that case, but it's... tis brutal out there. Why? I mean, oh, I'm in longer than that, sadly, for a major project. I don't understand Unreal. I mean, like, unless you're making a game, if you are, great. But if you're not making a game, it's just an added step, and the render is not as good as Blender's. So why leave? You know, everyone's like, use Unreal, and then no one can tell me why, except it's just kind of cool sounding. The only reason I've heard to use Unreal is if your computer's not good enough to do it in Blender. Like, if you have a low, if your video card's not that great, yeah, fine, do it in Unreal. But otherwise, why? Yeah, and I mean, sadly, I know a fair number of concept artists right now that are literally losing their homes. They're having to move out of their apartments, put their stuff into storage, and either move back in with their parents or they're literally homeless right now. It's kind of awful. So, okay, that's looking good. Put him there. And let's give him the focus, which will help draw attention to him a bit more. Cool. And let's just turn on our grass again so we can see what it looks like. Make sure we like it. I think it's funny, though, the way people, like, a lot of people are talking shit about keyframe art, and I don't really see that in the, they're trying, it's like how conservatives blame gay people for problems. Like, it's not, you're not getting art, you're not getting jobs because you make keyframe. You're not getting jobs because there are no jobs. That's the truth. And I know there are people out there trying to sell their courses who say otherwise, but my observation has been that is not true. It's just looking for a scapegoat for what the problem is. I mean, if you make bad art, you're not going to get a job, no matter what it is. But I don't think it's just that you make keyframes, so you're not getting work. It's just there's not work. I mean, if you're making games and you're making a game level, then Unreal is a great thing to use. But if you're making a 2D piece of concept art, it makes zero difference. It's literally irrelevant. Or even a animated piece of concept art, quite frankly. Like unless you're actually making something to be used in a game, it don't matter none. Okay, grass on. Oh, sure. I mean, can. I don't know that's going to help you get a job any more than doing something good and something else, but, you know, everyone thinks they know the secret answer or they don't think there is one. Those are sort of your two options. Or they think someone else is hiding the secret option from them, I suppose. But I don't think there's a secret option. I don't think there is a path. I think every case is pretty unique. So, yeah, exactly. Very much so. Like people are looking for a tool that will get them the job. Being good will get you closer than anything else. Oh God, yeah. I say because I went the opposite to people. I started using Unreal and just like Unreal custom objects, and I was doing illustrations, so I wasn't worried about it not being unique. And it annoyed me so much, I left it and just went straight to Blender. Like I hated it. So I'm a bit biased there, I suppose. All right, I think we're gonna call this pretty much done. One more thing I think I still want to do. Michael will laugh because he knows that I'm always like, we're done. No, we're not. We're done. No, we're not. But one more thing this time. I just want to put a silly little light in the foreground right here. An area light. Yeah. GZ up. We're going to rotate it in like that and then slightly in like that. We're going to give it a spread of like 30. So it's kind of more sharp. And color, we're going to actually give it a color this time. Kind of go to blue. Yeah, I know. Oh, it's neat, but those blueprints, it's really kind of useful if you want to redo stuff. Like if it's not, it's like making everything in geometry nodes. I mean, you can, but you're going to waste a lot of time setting it up, or you're going to be very generic and use somebody else's blueprints. Those are your options. There is no answer. If you like Unreal, use Unreal. That's awesome. I don't mind it in that sense. Cool, that's looking good. We wanted that. We just want to move it off just a little bit back. Like there's nothing wrong with it. I just hate it. Cool. Okay, once we get the grass in, we need to move it a little bit closer to us. This is that pain. You're like, I have to see it to know to make changes, so then it takes me a long time to do it. GY. I don't want it quite as much on that guy. Yes, that should be better. Yeah, totally. I very much agree with that. I'm going to bring this in. Just want to get a little bit of light variation in our foreground. That's the biggest thing. I mean, but like my problem with keyframes has nothing to do with keyframes. My problem with keyframes is that most artists suck. Even if they don't technically suck, they have zero inspiration or ideas, and nothing they make looks unique or otherwise different. And so many keyframes just look like every other goddamn keyframe on ArtStation. That's the problem with keyframes. It's not that the not that the idea is wrong. It's that you're bad. And like, I mean, we're all bad at one point or other. That's fine. Get better. But, you know, have a unique idea. Well, yeah, if you're making a game in it, then it's good to know it. I'm going to argue that. I mean, there are tools, and, you know, like, here's the other thing, too. Like, that's one studio. So what's the next studio going to be like? Might be completely different. I just have trouble getting this light set up exactly where I wanted it. It's about the angle. There we go. Totally. And again, your studio lead could be wrong. He might. I've had lots of bosses that were wrong that I had to listen to get the job, but you know, it might not. It's again all in what you're going to do. Do you want to spend 6 months learning Unreal so you can apply for a job that 500 other people are applying for at one studio, or do you want to spend 6 months getting better at concept art? The answer is going to be up to you. All right. I am liking that. I think that's pretty good. I think we're going to call it there. You know, quite a spirited discussion today. It's been fun. I enjoy it. I'm glad everyone showed up and interacted. I clearly have some strong opinions. That doesn't make me right either, but you know, there you go. I just think that if you're trying to do the right thing to get a job, you're not going to get a job. That's almost a universal in today's environment. It's been that way for 25 years, and it's only getting more so. The people who focus on trying to get a job never learn the stuff they need to actually get a job. But anyway, thanks again, everybody. I will be back again tomorrow for another one, and we can keep talking more. I'll post this up on the socials later on today. And yeah, have a great day, everybody. I will hopefully see you later. Take care. Bye.